The Galactic Union had thought it was asking for help. For decades, the Union had battled the Karth Dominion, a brutal empire of war-bred predators. Entire civilizations had been ground into dust under the Dominion's armies. The Union's forces, disciplined, brave, and vast in number, had begun to crack under the endless pressure. Desperation drove them to a planet they had long ignored, a world considered too young, too reckless, too dangerous. They asked Earth for soldiers. What they received instead was something else entirely. Captain Arvek of the Union High Command stood on the docking platform of the fortress world Clithra, waiting. Around him, Union officers whispered nervously, their blue and gold uniforms immaculate but their faces drawn with fatigue. The Karth were weeks away from breaching their defenses. If Earth's reinforcements failed them, there would be no second chance. The first Terran ship descended like a predator falling from orbit. Its hull bore no elegant banners, no marks of heritage, only matte black plating that drank in the light. A single word was stenciled across the side, Executioner Corps. The humans marched down the ramp. They did not look like soldiers in the Union sense, no polished armor, no ceremonial dress. They wore rugged exosuits scarred with old impacts, their visors dark and impersonal. Their commander, a tall woman with eyes like frost, carried no rank insignia. She didn't need one. You asked for soldiers, she said, her voice low and steady. We're not soldiers. Soldiers fight wars. We end them. The Union officers exchanged uneasy glances. Arvek stepped forward, forcing a smile. We require disciplined troops to hold the line. The Karth will test every defense. You must. Hold the line, the woman interrupted. She shook her head. No. That's not why we're here. The first battle came sooner than expected. A swarm of Karth warships descended upon Clithra, their massive troop carriers splitting open to unleash rivers of beasts bred only for killing. Union formations prepared to brace for the onslaught. The humans did not brace. They advanced. From orbit, the executioner ships launched drop pods like spears hurled from heaven. They struck the battlefield with seismic force, and from each pod emerged armored figures wielding weapons that seemed crude, almost primitive, ballistic cannons, blades forged of dense alloys, tools that spoke of brutal efficiency. Where Union troops formed neat lines, the humans tore through enemy ranks like wildfire. They did not fight for territory, or for honor. They hunted. Every motion was designed to end lives as quickly as possible. Karth war beasts that had terrified whole armies were dropped in seconds, their carcasses smoking on the ground. Union commanders watched in stunned silence. This was not war as they knew it. This was extermination. Captain Arvek found himself staring through field monitors as the humans pushed deeper, carving corridors of death straight into the heart of the enemy formation. They did not hesitate, did not retreat. Every fallen comrade was avenged tenfold. Every shot found a vital point. Every strike ended in silence. This, whispered one Union officer. This isn't battle. It's slaughter. The Karth themselves realized it too late. For the first time in centuries, they hesitated. The predators had found prey they could not devour. Prey that looked back at them with colder eyes. 3 days later, the Dominion fleet retreated in disarray, leaving behind more wreckage than survivors. Clithra still stood. Arvek sought out the human commander. He found her at the edge of a battlefield littered with Karth corpses, her armor blackened with soot, her visor spattered red. She stood silent, watching the smoldering horizon as if daring the enemy to return. Arvek began, his voice trembling despite himself. On behalf of the Union, I thank you. We asked for soldiers, and you saved us. The woman turned, her gaze sharp and unflinching. No, she said simply. You asked for soldiers. What you got were executioners. Remember the difference. And the Union did remember. They never forgot the day they called upon Earth for soldiers, and learned what kind of killers humanity truly bred when war came knocking. Because where others fought to survive, humanity fought to end.